County jury has just found a couple guilty of third-degree murder, manslaughter, and the child abuse death of a 2-year-old strangled by a pet python. Eric Waxler joins us now with more on this story from Bushnell. A lot of people keeping an eye on this one, Eric.
Yeah, it definitely made headlines around the country. The jury, in the end, did not buy the defense's contention that this was just a tragic accident by a python that was normally not aggressive. They find the Sumter County couple guilty on all 3 charges, and now the 2 could face some serious prison time. Charles Darnell tried to comfort his sobbing girlfriend, Jaren Hare. The 2 embraced after a jury found them both responsible in the death of Hare's 2-year-old daughter, Cheyenne. The 4-person from this jury did not want to be identified, but she offered insight into how they reached the verdict. She says the couple should have known the risks of having a Burmese python.
Even under the most remote of circumstances, it was possible that that child could be injured, and it was their duty to make sure there was no possibility that a 2-year-old would be either bitten or in any way harmed.
The medical examiner testified the toddler was asphyxiated by the python 2 years ago. The prosecution told the jury the hungry snake named Gypsy escaped from this enclosure that was outfitted with only a quilt for a lid.
The snake's not at fault in this case, folks. It's a wild animal. The responsibility for the death of that child are those defendants right there.
It took the jury less than 2 hours to reach the verdict. The 4-person says they carefully went over Florida law on each count and determined Hare and Darnell were guilty of third-degree murder, manslaughter, and child neglect.
We feel extremely upset about having to make this decision, but we believe it was the correct one.
Outside the courtroom, Cheyenne's biological father, Joe Gilkerson, said this verdict comes as a relief to him. Did you want to see them serve serious jail time?
I'm glad to see justice served.
The couple actually was offered a plea deal before this trial for 10 years, but they turned it down. Now they could face more than 3 decades, and Darnell could actually be in for more trouble than his girlfriend because he has 6 prior felony convictions. After Cheyenne's death, the couple had a child together, a young girl. We're live in Bushnell. Eric Waxler, ABC Action News.